doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L podcast.
Well, we're here to be controversial again and release this one fully. Keefer is in the building, man. Keefer, if you don't know, now you know, man. This guy literally has been shooting music videos and directing music videos in Michigan and Detroit and across the country for a long time now, man. And you do such a phenomenal job with each production that you create. What the fuck are we talking about today, man?
Man, we woke up today and we were fighting, and we just kind of had to get back here so we can reconcile a little bit. You told me quintessential words. You pissed me off.
Yeah, so like I have a problem with the podcast where a lot of guests will hit me up, or like friends will hit me up to come on the podcast. And then the same day of the podcast, they won't show up, no call, no show, or they'll cancel last minute. I'm like, yo, you realize like that's hurting my pockets when you do that because we're paying for stuff here. Like this is
absolutely.
So, but for some reason with you, it was only one time, but it was because you didn't have a haircut. That's why I was so upset with you. I was like, you didn't come on my podcast because your hair wasn't cut. That made me mad. I was like, out of all the reasons you could have used, you could have said anything in the world. You could have lied, bro. And I'm like, all right, bet. But you didn't have a haircut, and that's why you didn't come on my podcast. I was like, you know. But look, I want to tell you something. So I have a new thing. Like I have a band list of artists that I banned from my podcast.
Yeah, you gotta have a band list. I got a band list. Motherfuckers that can't get videos.
But the thing is, I didn't do it to teach them a lesson. I did it because you know how I think now? I think to myself, okay, if my name isn't a value of somebody to drop everything to come on my podcast, that means I'm not doing something right. I want to be at the level like if No Jumper hit you up, you would never cancel on No Jumper in a million years. You would be there no matter what. You cancel everything, video shoot, money, whatever comes your way, you're going to cancel everything to be on No Jumper. So that's why I made my band list. There's like 8 artists on it. They're banned forever. They're never come on my podcast because they did no calls and no shows. So it's not to teach them a lesson. It's to say to myself, yo, you got to step it up so people respect your shit.
Sidebar, recognition of value. I run into this random stranger, human being, and he's like, yeah, you know, and I run into people all the time, and they be like, hey, man, I saw you on Kid L podcast. Congratulations. Yeah. But like you said, this is still some sort of, there's an ecosystem and economy here for you, and it is for growing artists that got to invest in themselves to get they shit out here. You know what I'm saying? But here, random human goes everywhere in their life, and their accolade right now, his accolade right now is, hey man, I saw you on Kid L podcast.
Yeah, sometimes I do want to be like, yo, can y'all tone it down a little bit? Somebody will like take a picture, like my grandma is telling me I made it now. I'm like, man, can you
turn that shit the fuck up, boy? Hey, I got my nigga, I got my thug with the rug, EJ. He make the handmade rugs. Yeah. He pulling up. I couldn't stop because you know time be trepicated and shit, but he bringing a gift for you. I told him, I called him and said, hey, I need you to.
He's coming today?
He's pulling up in
a
second.
Sure. Okay,
and when
cool.
he pulls up, I got, you feel me?
Okay, I appreciate that,
He
man.
said he was like 15 minutes away 15 minutes ago, so you know how that shit goes.
Yeah, he could just come right through, man.
I just need to know, am I doing this right?
You were doing it right, but you're going to give up like...
I quit now.
Yeah. Telling you, man.
Oh my god.
Jack Funny tried it. Eastside Aggro did it for a second, I think.
That's funny as hell. Aggro be the one I would have bet on to fucking beat you with the shit.
Yeah, he's flexible, man. He's very flexible, and he's Asian. He's Asian. That helps, man.
It is important to flex and stretch your core. It is important to flex and stretch your core for real.
Sure.
So when you said the shit, when you went viral saying the shit, I was like, hell yeah.
That was crazy.
That was some gangster shit.
You never know when you're gonna go fucking viral on social media. You post a clip, and all of a sudden it's 500,000 views about how I'm sitting. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's funny as hell.
Keefer, man, Mike Madness is this production you guys have out. Artists can come talk on this mic, come spit on this mic. You guys have a great platform for it. Let's talk about the start of Mike Madness, bro.
So Mike Madness is a brainchild of mine, Art by Art, shout out gang, and Wesley Snipes.
Pull on that microphone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that one more time. Hold up. Yeah. So yeah, Mike Madness is a brainchild, born of myself, my boy Art by Art, Wesley Snipes, and American Dope. So you know, us 4 entities came together and we was like, all right, we want to provide a solution. We want to provide some sort of platform that we're proud of, but doesn't mimic what's been done too much. And I understand the value of things like one mics. They allow a videographer to, you know, shake hands and bump shoulders with more artists. They allow more artists to work with the videographer they didn't think they could maybe afford the time for. So, you know, I did, see the importance to it. But then it kind of came down to like seeing so many duplications of the original one mic platform from the block, Azays. And, shit, much respect. I talk to him all the time. The one conversation we were always having was like, bro, I just don't appreciate how everybody just took what you contributed and aren't adding anything of value to it. So it began to the point where the one mics became like kind of crazy. It's like madness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, Mike Madness.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Boom, we got a name.
That's brilliant.
And it was March, so it's like, fuck it, we're going to launch it during March. So March Madness, Mike Madness, boom, boom, boom. It's funny, I still got niggas calling it March Madness. I still have people that call it March Madness.
Yeah.
So, but shout out Detroit, shout out any up-and-coming artists, shout out any established artists. Mike Madness is a platform that welcomes bars. That's all it boils down to. If you got good energy, good lyrics, and a good beat, Mike Madness is a place for you.
Talk about some of the artists that have graced the microphone at Mike Madness.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do adjust the microphone?
I'm sorry.
We were talking about the artists that have come on the show and done Mike Madness so far.
We had Sada Baby, of course. I got Babyface E on there. We were able to get Payroll and HBK in the same one mic together. We've had G-Mac Cash, Blade Icewood. I got coming up. I'm trying to book and get with.
Right.
You can bleep that name out because I don't want nobody ever knowing who coming on Mike Madness.
Okay.
Both
Just the
of them
last
names.
one?
Both of them.
Okay, both of them.
Boop, boop.
Beep, beep. All right, cool. Yeah.
Bleep,
Keep it
bleeps.
mysterious, man.
Bleep,
I
bleeps.
tell people that all the time. They're like, when they come to the podcast, they like posting their stories. I'm pulling up to Kiddo. I'm like, you want to get us all killed? Or like, what are you trying to do right now, son? Like, keep this shit low key. I hate when you gotta tell people that you're gonna pull up to a podcast for. I understand that it's released, it's out, but to pull up, you don't gotta tell people that, man. That's another problem with these artists
We be
today.
excited. We really be excited. You did the damn thing.
No.
You did the damn thing.
That's different.
Bro.
What you did is cool as fuck because you didn't say what you're coming to do. You just said, "Yo, L, what up?"
I don't ever tell anybody anything. I miss to show y'all niggas.
There's people who will like 7 days in advance be like, on March 31st, I'm coming on the Kiddo podcast. I'm like, you don't gotta tell people that, bro. Like, it's not safe. And on top of that, like, who gives a fuck? These artists, like, I'm getting so tired of artists not just putting out work. They have to show every single little moment of how they got to the moment of making the work. It's like,
there's no magic to it now.
there's no magic.
Okay, so I like this conversation. Okay, boom. I like this conversation. I want artists to start like reincorporating mystery. Reincorporating like you can't access me.
Yeah.
As well. Like we've had some of our greatest artists that really built the landscape and got our names out there not be able to grow into the positions they were supposed to grow into, and then boom, you find yourself back in the city.
Yes.
So does that mean you make yourself over accessible? You can't do that. You have to find some thin line when in a certain scenario like that. But everybody got to like pull back from this shit a little bit and really figure out what kind of stardom, what kind of celebrityhood am I giving? What kind of real lifestyle and like insight on something am I offering?
Yes.
Versus just like everything, bro. Everything.
Everything.
It's something. There's a thing called oversharing.
The best person that's on the platform right now that's not overexposing himself, that's at a high level, is BabyTron. That guy will post
love what Tron does.
Man, Tron, it's like you'll get like a glimpse,
Yeah.
and then you'll get a product, you'll get a song, you'll get something, you'll get a music video, like, and you don't know what this guy's doing, like, ever. It's awesome. It's like that's how it was in the '90s, man. I didn't know what Eminem was doing. I didn't know what any of these rappers were doing.
He is amongst today's like Sade's, if you will, where like Sade was an artist where like you did not get a fucking hit, like a Sade song when you wanted it. You got a Sade song when she wanted to drop it, and it was a hit every fucking time. And there are a few artists like that, like, what's his name? I like how Jay Swan does. I like how Jay Swan pops out when Jay Swan want to pop out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that creates like this, it creates a luster around the shit that there is little to no luster around this shit nowhere, especially a motherfucker that's living it like me.
Yeah. Dr. Dre said it the best. He said these artists are killing their mystique because of overexposure. He said it the best out of anybody that's ever said it. It's like everybody, you know who fucked it up for everybody? It was Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk came out of nowhere and started, you know who Gary V is?
I know Gary V.
Yeah, that's Gary Vaynerchuk. Is his full name.
Yeah, I know
Gary V. When he came out, everybody's following him because he's talking about how you can dominate social media and what to do to dominate social media. But then his main idea was just post everything you're doing every second of the day. Post.
Too many people listening.
And then everybody listened, and then now everybody's like, bro, like, I don't need to see 16 stories of what you're doing as a rapper today. Now, look, there are some, like, for instance, if you're successful and you're established, you get way more leeway. Like, you already got to figure it out. You already are established as an artist. But when you're building yourself, that mystique is very, very, very important.
Very important.
I get it when you become a multimillionaire that you'll see Boosie post every second of the day. That's a little bit different. Like, he has a lot of money.
Yeah, because everybody wants to pay to see it. It's a whole different bag. It's a totally different bag compared to a breakthrough artist. If you're trying to break the mold on some shit, you need to pick your shots really selectively. Yeah. Really selectively. I'm a motherfucking lifer. I am a real-time lobbyist, and I still find myself having to choose my shots selectively. Yeah. I don't like when I put shit up and it flops and fails, or not fails, not that fucking fails, but you know what I mean? I don't like when I push it out and it doesn't reach what I know my reach is. Yeah. Because you do a lot of cool ass shit. You promoted this video a couple days ago. You were showing your behind the scenes process of how you were working. And you were showing your production, and I was like, man, this deserves so many more views. And you narrated over the video and everything like that. I was like, this deserves so many more views. But then you post another video where you have this like picture. Was it Tee Grizzley's pose? So I start with using Tee Grizzley's plaque that he gifted me as a Captain America sword or shield. Yeah. It was like my Captain America shield, and then I like wipe away and then reveal me, and then the rest of it. You're holding the thing, and then that goes super viral. It goes crazy. Both are worth the value of going super viral. Yeah, but you know what the conversation is here. I do that on purpose. If anybody's ever fucking noticed, anytime I do a bigger drop, anytime I drop something that I just put a whole bunch of blood, sweat, and tears and left a toenail into because I put my foot in that bitch, yeah, I do a gun reel. Or just some goofy, like, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Something borderline toxic or borderline ignorant just to prove to myself that sometimes, like, dog, it's crazy because I feel like I want to give the world highbrow, high IQ shit. But what does an experiment like that continue to tell me? So, like, I guess this is where the reality for me is like kind of colliding, is that I've always known what I wanted to do. I've always known who I am. I'm an anarchist. I don't agree with shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to tear all this shit down. And I learned early that didn't get me nowhere because, you know what I'm saying, powers that be, they don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even the motherfucking sheep that follow powers that be, they're programmed to not like that shit and purge somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? So what would happen is that I got to a fucking point where it's like, damn, I gotta fucking put the cloak up. I gotta play smoke and mirrors with these motherfuckers, and I gotta put myself in a position where I can get into mainstream and drop gems. Man, well, my way of looking at it is that not everybody is meant to be all over social media and promoting themselves on social media and showing their video production and on social media. Like, some people do very, very well on social media, and that's kind of their shtick. Like, they can really do well on that. But like, people like you, I think, are designed for Hollywood. I think you're designed for the stuff that not everybody's gonna know who made it or who did it, but you created something and your salary is insane, and you're one of those guys in the credits that's making a majority of the cash from the project, but we don't get to see your face. Because think about when you see an IMDb credit roll, or if you see a movie credit roll, there's a lot of people in there you've never heard of them, but if you go look them up, they're doing great work. Yeah, they're doing great work. So not everybody's meant for social media. I feel that way sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, man, you know what? Like, yeah, I'll get like 1,000 likes or 100,000 views, 500,000 views here and there, but I'm always thinking to myself, like, dude, what if I just made a movie? You know what I'm saying? Instead, I'm like, okay, so what? I'm not gonna be on social media as much, but I made a movie, and that movie is more prolific or does bigger numbers. I ask myself that shit all the time. Yeah. Like, bro, like, why won't I just do for me what I did for them? Yeah. Is that your boy? I'm trying to figure out. I'm about to call this motherfucker real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'm about to call.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. Like I was saying, social media, there's people who can become very successful on social media, and that's their bag. They can do very great at it. And then there's the people that are better off in the mainstream in Hollywood that, yeah, your face won't get seen. Maybe you won't have like Instagram stardom, but you're going to make a lot of money and you're going to be creating real productions with substance. You're going to be making movies or you're going to be in the studio. Dude, my friend Nolan Presley is the sound engineer for 2 Chainz. That's a huge thing. He doesn't care about, I don't see him post like crazy on social media or give a damn because you know why? He's doing fine. He doesn't have to do that, or he doesn't care for the social media status fame. You know, there's a whole nother realm to mainstream success that goes beyond social media. Social media is more for like the guys that are satisfied with that. Like they're content with the fact that they're on social media and doing well on social media, or they're popular on social media. Unfortunately, it doesn't convert those sometimes to money or profits or actual connections into the mainstream or anything that's significant. You know what I'm saying?
And that's shit. You sit up here and make all this noise, get all them likes, hearts, and shares, and still be broke.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's what
because,
I'm saying.
like, yeah, no, Instagram don't really pay. Instagram don't pay shit.
What have you been up to since the last time you've been on here, man? What's been new?
Ooh, a lot, man. There's always some daily shit, man. The most important thing to me on a daily basis is, of course, my children.
Yes.
My 8-year-old is super fucking smart. My 4-year-old is like, just like my 4-year-old does shit that just blow my mind and make me just like really just like fucking, just like floors me. But outside of that, so. This past year, we did a $600 music video special for the summer. We did that for a couple different reasons. You know, I wanted to remind, like, ourselves, Stash House itself, that, like, we could fucking just get out there and fucking hustle, you know? Like, it's just one of them things where... people get in this idea that, you know, they can't afford somebody's time. They can't really approach, well, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Here's an approachable invitation. But outside of that, shit, man, I got 5 movies at the tip of my tongue that I need to sit down and write.
Yeah.
But I haven't done any writing. I've done 0 writing just because Stash House takes so much of my time, you know? So what I've been focusing on for the past year is automating things in a way as a business owner and kind of stepping out of the artist seat a little bit and more into the producer role.
Yeah.
I've got some incredible talent that I've been cultivating in the Stash House. The leading cameraman that I got right now is Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
Wesley has been editing 90% of the projects that come out of Stash House for the past 2 years. Some of your favorite videos we've done came from his hands, you know, actually putting that time in. So it's really important to pave the way for younger, eager talent that wants to be in a space. Understanding that I have other things that I really want to do, and I've been blessed to be able to do what I've done for the past few years. Shit, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for Detroit since 2016. We'll just say that, right?
Yeah.
It's been a great... Clap that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But now it's time for me to like make some space and write these movies for real, for real. That's what everybody waiting on.
Are you gonna go towards like the Tubi route, or are you gonna actually break?
So I said some funny shit, but it's just is what it is. Like mediocrity should have a place to be celebrated, and it does. It's Tubi.
Facts.
I want to give Tubi one really good movie just to do it. But outside of that, everything I got blockbusters.
There you go.
You're going to have to go see my shit at AMC 3020 Star Southfield, motherfucking Star Fairlane, if they still have it at that point. But, yeah.
Tubi's taking over. And there's like
Tubi's took over. What's
did take
next?
over, and it's kind of crazy because like
Tubi,
I think they did like the Detroit Choice Awards the other day, and I'm almost like I wouldn't even want to be there. I literally thought about that. I was like, I wouldn't even want to be there and accepting an award.
Oh my god,
I wouldn't, because what is that? Like,
bro, like I said,
I've been in the movies with the people that won these awards, and trust me when I'm telling you, these movies, they're not movies. They're profiting schemes. They're just profiting schemes. All it is.
Somebody tells me, look. Somebody was like, and this one of them pieces that probably can't even make it to the podcast.
No, you gotta say it, man.
No, okay,
or
so
they
look,
don't say it.
motherfucker was like, if you want to sell anything on there, it needs to be a cautionary tale, a hood tale, or like toxic relationship tale.
Yeah.
But it has to be a tale.
You know what's crazy though? I just realized something. If we did make a movie for Tubi, we'd become multimillionaires.
Absolutely.
We'd be selling out though, but we'd be millionaires.
I say we do one Tubi fucking movie just to give them something.
Yeah.
Give them something that's like highbrow, but still like,
Bro,
you know what I'm saying, low swinging.
We'd be literally
low blow, but highbrow.
I'm telling you, we'd be rich. I'm telling you, we'd make it. It would get millions and millions because, like, whoever's, I know what's going on because I was in Tubi movies before, and it seems like people from out of state are smart enough to know who's popping off in Detroit, and then they'll get like, you know, Jack Funny, Jackpot the Juice, Crystal the Doll. They'll get all these mainstream Detroit artists and figures, and then they'll have them promote the movie premiere on their Instagram page.
They got some sense.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, we're gonna get the biggest people from Detroit to promote these movies, and then everybody's gonna come to the movie theater and watch the movie that we just, they just promoted. I want to see Jack Funny on the big screen, like I want to see all these people.
But niggas got to be careful with that shit. Niggas got to be careful with that shit the same way videographers need to be careful with doing videos with bad music.
Yeah.
If you're a videographer and you're in that like financial point where you're gonna go do a shoot for a song that you know you don't want to spend 10 hours editing, then you like single-handedly brought that shit to my timeline. You single-handedly put this terrible rap on my fucking feed because you couldn't say no. And I've been there before. Nigga, I done been there. I've been there recently where I'm on set directing some shit that I know ain't it.
Yeah.
So if y'all got any bad music that's riding on your timeline with videos, I blame the videographer.
I think that's why there was a phenomenon when my podcast set first started coming out, because I was getting artists that literally had like no names, but we'd still be getting like 100,000 to 300,000 views. Like it was insane because it would be like, we just find like, I just would know like, oh my God, this is the moment and this is going to go viral because this is hilarious.
And that's where no one can replace that kind of thing, because like AI can do whatever the fuck AI want to do, but AI doesn't have a brain and sense of humor for what I know can connect to my culture in a way it's going to get 100,000 shares.
Yeah, I was just talking to Danny G about that. Danny G was basically saying that AI music is going to take over, but I told him, I was like, dude, like there is a soulfulness connection that artists have that with their audience that a robot will never be able to have. But he said a crazy statement after that. He's like, bro, but it's already happening. They're making AI songs and people are listening to it already.
And it's going to have a small market. Everything going to have a small market. Everybody needs to stop trying to figure out how can I take over the world and how can I own a small community.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But backtracking, going back to what you was saying, right? Going back to what you was fucking saying. I love Young Dolph.
Right.
But I am not about to listen to an AI Young Dolph album. I'm not going to do it no matter how much I miss Dolph. I'm not about to listen to a fucking... And now, mind you, they can make it. It could be sweet. I might listen to it for a laugh, but it's not going to make it into my rotation of songs.
No, man. When I heard the Biggie Smalls one, I was like, I don't want to hear this.
Same way I'm not about to put on no fucking fake sticks.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm not wearing no fake jewelry. I'm not doing it.
I think when they did the Tupac hologram, I was done with AI after that. I was like, this is the last thing I'm gonna let AI like even get incorporated with. Like it was cool and shit, but I was like,
that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a long ass time ago. I was like, let this just be it. Like no more holograms of famous dead rappers.
But then you could see where it was going at that point. You know, there's a lot of shit like I can't name the names now, but let's just say, you know, fucking, I don't know, super famous old Beatles man that died or some shit.
John
Lennon. There's an AI program to write songs like John Lennon.
Yeah, it's happening.
There's an AI program to write music like John Lennon.
Yeah.
Not make music, not a human writing this shit and the AI figure out how to emulate the voice.
Yeah.
It's a whole AI program trying to make a John Lennon album. That shit crazy.
I figured out that the AI chat bot doesn't even have, it's not up to date like at all times. Basically, like,
oh no, yeah, it isn't.
Yeah, it has, the whole program has to update in order for it to get new information. Because when Pee Wee Herman had died, I was telling my cousin, I was like, Pee Wee Herman died, chatbot will know that. He's like, no, it won't. It has to update like in a month or so. The whole system has to update for it to know Pee Wee died. So I typed in, is Pee Wee still alive on chatbot? And it said, yes, Pee Wee's still alive.
Because you got to think about it. Like, okay, if the chatbot was able to understand or even have that conversation at that moment, then that means the chatbot really alive.
Yeah.
And there is no human that's feeding it or clicking update.
No, it's a
because all this shit right now, all it is fucking Google on steroids.
Well,
it's conversational.
But it's not really Google though, because it's not keeping up to date. Google's always up to. That's what I thought chatbot did. I thought it like fucking went through Google or something, but apparently it's its own database. Yeah, which is fucking weird. But anyway, man, yeah, fuck that. The AI bots won't take over music. It's gonna be a phase, and then it's gonna be.
It's
over
a phase, bro. It's a phase. Just like a lot of this shit been phases, bro. Fucking phases. The real will survive, and the fake will die.
Yeah, facts, man. We're noticing that you've been a part of a lot of monumental things happening, especially you just got the plaque from Tee Grizzleey.
So no, we that's funny. So Nick and I, cause it was Hustleberry Finn and myself that did that video.
Yes, first day out.
Yeah, we got gifted those plaques. We both got one with our names on it. We got gifted those plaques when God rest her soul, Jobina was still here. Oh, okay. That shit old as hell. It's just sitting on my back porch with mold on it.
So you had that for a while now.
It's old as hell, sitting on my back porch with mold on it.
Oh. Damn.
Hey, but real talk, anybody ever want to know why I have 2 cups? New signature drink. It's called a beer garita. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, first you got to start with a high grade IPA, an Indian Pale Ale. Okay. Yeah. And if you don't drink Indian Pale Ales and you drink beer, you drink piss water. This right here, my friends, is tequila. Now, us tasteful folk, we like the Añejo brand, but you can choose any tequila you want. Okay. Right. You have your Añejo over here, and you have your beer over here, and you take one sip. And then you beer back it, right? Ooh, I changed somebody's life just now.
No, you did not.
I did.
But what I really want to do...
Ooh, that shit good. I still taste it. I want to
pull up, because I think it's kind of crazy. A lot of people don't know that you are the person, you and Hustleberry Finn are the people who shot First Day Out. So let's just look at how many views it has.
Hustleberry Finn and myself made rap videos great again.
You
single-handedly.
You and Hustleberry shot First Day Out, which has 266 million views to date.
And that is only one link. Remember, they uploaded that video 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So if you really count this shit, it's well over 300 million.
So you guys have 300 million. That's not counting all the other music videos you guys have shot. So
we have over 300 million views on one video.
Yeah. Do you think you hit the billion mark?
I think I'm the single-handed director that has worked with the most artists. I don't think any director has worked with more artists than I have.
So what do you think about the positioning you're in right now? Because even earlier you're talking about $600 music videos, right? To a person who's done $1 billion. Holy crap, dude.
Those are all the artists that I've worked with that have some sort of like national recognition.
Right. So let's just go through the list. You've worked with Tee Grizzleey. You've worked with Lil Durk, King Von, Pooh Shiesty, Coyle Ray, Carlay, Future, 42 Doug, Yo Gotti, Lil Yachty, Moneybagg Yo, Sada Baby, FMB DZ, Y&J, Louis Ray, RMC Mike, Rio de Young OG, Damn John Boy, Icewear, Kodak Black, Skilla Baby, Big Sean, Helluva, BabyTron, Babyface Ray, Peasy, Payroll, and Fabio Foreign. So you've worked with all of these artists. You've shot music videos for all these artists.
I have been blessed to work with a lot of people.
That's insane. So how do you think that, I know this is going to be a little controversial, but the Jerry PhD is obviously the stamp of video directors in Michigan, right? He's the stamp. How do you feel like you didn't get to that level of having that stamp?
Oh, I told Jerry, I said, we about to make niggas feel like you Superman. I looked at him straight up in his eyeballs. I said, we about to make niggas think you Superman.
you're part of a lot of his production.
So like like I played into the smoke and mirror shit. So can't nobody, you know what I'm saying, say anything about anything.
Yeah.
I just know who I've worked with. I know the brainchilds I have on the internet. I know the lines that I wrote. I know the scenes that I've directed. I know the locations I've locked down. I know the models I've hired. You feel me?
Well, you work at a Hollywood caliber level. I've seen you produce. I've seen you direct. I've seen you on set. The way you coordinate everything, the composure that you have, the technical ability, the technical awareness you have, everything is of a mainstream Hollywood productionist, right? So that's where my confusion comes in, even to talk about $600 music videos, because you're worth 30 to 50 per video.
So here's your answer. Inflation.
Okay.
I personally think art took the biggest hit. Because art didn't inflate, it deflated. The worth for it, you know what I'm saying? Like COVID fucking happened. We were in a pandemic we were in quarantine for what, 2-3 years? You know what I'm saying? Like there were only a certain population of people during that time. And it's funny because during quarantine, I actually saw an increase in income. Okay?
Yeah, I did too.
Increase in bookings. Because we were the only motherfuckers that were entertaining social media, the internet. You feel me?
Yeah.
So boom, real life hits you, sets back in. You know, after a quarantine of a COVID, and you didn't know if life was ever going to continue the way that it did, and then it did, but money fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So art took the biggest hit, and me not leaving Detroit put extra pressure on like the career itself, where it's like, okay, so how do I grow in a place that is slow to grow in this department? Detroit has a lot of great things to offer, but as far as like our organization and infrastructure in this music industry, we slow as hell. That's what's fucking missing is organization and infrastructure. You got to really look at this shit, bro. You got to look at the licensing on these songs. You got to look at the licensing on these deals and these labels, and these artists are getting the fuck out of here. Every artist that done got the fuck out of here got a label that done signed them that ain't operating or based in Detroit. So you think they care about us? You think they trying to stimulate our income? Hell no, they in their ear like, hey, we got 15 other videographers that's going to shoot that video for free because they already on payroll.
Yep.
Suck my dick.
Absolutely. Not to that, but absolutely to you.
I know, yeah, absolutely suck his dick.
Yeah, absolutely to that point, though. You're absolutely correct, man. It's oversaturated market
so,
with the directors.
$600 videos for a summer says, I'm not too good to give back to the community. Put our company in a position where it's approachable and accessible.
You have to go off what the market is willing to pay. And so you can't really do that in Detroit because people are willing to shoot for free. So, again, if I swear Vezzo or any rapper is like, you know, I need somebody to shoot my music video, everybody's got these phenomenal cameras. They already got these phenomenal locations set up, all these cars, everything for you to use. They just go do it. So the guys who can actually shoot really great music videos lose value, unfortunately.
But and then in the same sentence, let's not fucking make it seem pretty when it ain't. That same artist that goes and gets those $200 and $300 videos are going to find themselves looking and searching through 10 other $200 and $300 videographers.
Yeah.
Because never, not one fucking time, is every single one of them videos going to come back the way they want them.
Right.
Every fucking time it's going to come back on some shit where it's like, yeah, I got what I paid for.
Yeah, if an artist really has a song that he wants to put everything behind, like,
oh no, he not going that route.
Yeah, he's not going to go that. But those are more rare. They would rather.
And that's the simplicity of it all. Yeah. As an artist, as a working artist, if you actually have a music career, you book shows, you sell and stream music, you should choose your shots wisely. You should set yourself up for success. Yeah. Okay? So you look at your catalog of songs. Say you got an EP that's about to drop. You got 8 songs on that bitch, right? And hey, you want to be overzealous. You want to be like Beyonce. You want to shoot a fucking video for every song on that EP. Okay, that's cool. But find out which one of them songs out of that 8 are hits or shareable. Because all 8 ain't. Right. Okay? And out of them 8, you're going to find 3 that are bangers, okay? Yeah. On average. Go get you some fire ass videos for them bitches.
Well, you know who was fucking
And
up?
then let your little cousin shoot the rest of them bitches for free.
You know who also fucked up the game, even though he's our boy, Sada Baby. He fucked up the game
Bro.
he fucked up the game because he was the only person shooting in the same studio every video and averaging 1 million+ views per video.
Then fuck the game all the way up.
Yeah, so everybody's like, oh, you don't need to actually have like a treatment or like actually plot things out.
But see,
It's
what
like,
people aren't
it's like he was
calculating,
that talented.
what they're not calculating, they're not calculating the biggest component to that equation is what? That man's charisma.
His talent, yeah.
Not even his talent.
Yeah.
Not even his talent. That man talented down to the T.
Right.
It's his charisma.
Yeah.
It's his charisma. Bro, motherfuckers can like I could tell the school, be like, look, don't rap. Don't rap. Just be schooled for a take real quick, right? And I'm going to use that clip more than I'm going to use the clips of him rapping.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Legitimately.
Everybody can't do that. And then on top of that, then he walking in with 100 niggas that's also entertaining as well.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't got that going on. Everybody that's not your equation. Everybody figure something else out. Play to your strengths, set yourself up for success.
Well, I remember when I was shooting music videos for him, that was a new thing that was happening because he was shooting in that studio. I think it was like Lando's, the Hip Hop Lab or something. I don't forget what studio he was shooting in, but he was averaging like 1 million views per video and all that. He wasn't doing too much. Like Stacy was shot kind of like in front of a fence or something. Anyway, I remember I was going to shoot music videos and like the rappers would just be like, yo, just film me smoking weed. And that's what would happen. Like, I would just, these artists who are nobodies would be like, just film me like smoking and chilling on this couch. I'm like, bro, you really think because Scoob or these rappers are doing this that you can do this too? That you can just sit on this couch and you're going to get 1 million views? No, man. You have a better chance with people seeing your personality through the music video.
Give them something different.
Yeah, give them something to watch.
Show them an insight on life.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm going to be real. Like, I was born of hustlers, pimps, whores, teachers, and college professors. I have learned that if you come at this shit with, like, if your thought not, damn, I lost it.
Well, I was going to make a point too that
Go ahead.
if you look at Jerry PhD is super talented. Guy's great. He makes great work and everything. But you got to look at one of the biggest reasons why he's the one who's going to get paid the big bucks to shoot a music video is because his platform.
Period.
His platform
Period.
can generate you 1 million views on its own.
And if you don't got no name, don't fucking ask for more than $300 because these niggas not trying to pay it.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of things.
Yeah.
Like, unless you have built some sort of like caveat for an artist to even spend with you.
Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier, when you look at social media, people who can put themselves out there and make a successful living off social media, some people aren't built for it. We're like, you know, you're better off going to Hollywood. You're better off going to mainstream. Like you said earlier, you didn't leave Detroit. That was like your biggest mistake, is not leaving Detroit, pretty much.
No, for real.
And leaving Detroit basically means you're going to Hollywood. You're going to mainstream. You're going to Atlanta. You're going somewhere where there's an infrastructure that's already built and that you can implement yourself in. You know, you're going to have a career like that's lasting and there's longevity in it. And people are willing to pay you big bucks. And you're making so much money and you're so damn busy. You don't have time to go like, oh, I got to make an Instagram clip today so people know that I'm relevant still. Like, you don't have to do that anymore because you're making so much fucking money and you're so busy.
Huckleberry Finn and myself were the first videographers to make ourselves directors. And we did it by creating a flow of teamwork. So furthermore, Huckleberry Finn and myself are the first videographers to become directors and implement teamwork in this shit. So I forgot your question.
Oh, the positive notes on it, but that is a good point.
Hold on, EJ calling. Hold on one second.
Sure.
Yo. How you get in? Just like hand it. Come on, hand it. I hear you.
Oh shit! What up? Oh shit! What you,
I ain't playing with you.
it was my birthday this week.
I ain't playing with you. It was your birthday this week?
It was September 12th was my birthday.
Look here. Look, all the little homies, you know what I'm saying? All the big homies, they told me one thing. Nigga, we want our flowers.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you deserve your motherfucking flowers. You have built this from the ground up. I remember you throwing your fucking computer monitor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember you calling me saying, hey, man, and I'm telling you, like, dog, stand on it, bro. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Feel how you feel, express how you express, and do your motherfucking thing. And I'm so fucking proud of you, bro.
Oh, man. Damn.
So, real Detroit player shit, I brought you your flowers.
Oh, my God. What's happening right now? What am I?
You feel me?
Keefer, man.
You feel me? What we on?
It's a bag of all-purpose flowers.
It's your flowers, bro. I brought you your flowers.
What is happening, man?
I brought you your flowers.
Man, what?
My nigga.
You brought me 3 bags. This is what...
It's your flowers. The kids said I got to bring... They said if you go on Kid L podcast, you got to take them his flowers. That's what they talk about, right?
I should throw this at your head, man.
That's not what they mean.
Look, man, I appreciate that. This shit off my shit.
Hey, meanwhile, somebody at Walmart thinks that EJ is about to cook up some crack tonight.
And listen, and now I got all this powder on my shirt for no reason. That was despicable.
It's on your shoulder.
You know what? I did give you a lot of phone calls when I was going through the toughest times because you are the first person to actually help me break in because you were the only person that was behind the scenes that had the knowledge that you had that was like guiding me through it. Everybody else, like, it was closed doors. There was no conversations. You told me pull up. You told me pull up on you here, there, and then you would just spit gems to me the whole time. It was crazy. And the craziest day I ever remember is when we shot Damani Harris's music video. Well, you shot it. It was you and Jerry PhD, and I saw how you constructed everything and how you did it. I was like, oh my God, this guy's like fucking like the real deal. Everything you did was like the real deal. And I was like, I can't believe this motherfucker gives a fuck enough to talk to me about shit and help me with shit. But yeah, every time things got bad, I would call you up, man. It was fucking crazy. It gets bad, man.
I appreciate them phone calls, bro.
Bad.
You are a league of many that have that phone number, and I love answering them phone calls, bro. I'm always answering them phone calls.
You know what does trip me out though? Besides the bullshit ass gift, you and Hustleberry Finn were supposed to be like Lyrical Lemonade of Detroit. That was the biggest, like, when I mean, I fucking love Nick, man. I love Hustleberry Finn, but him leaving the BMVP thing, I don't know if he's still a part of it.
Well, see, he is still BMVP.
Yeah.
He's still a director with stripes and bars. Nick's focus is primarily his music. Nick's focus is primarily corporate work. Nick's focus is anything that has heart. And Nick stepped away from the rap game because he felt like it lacked heart.
Yeah.
And it did. It fucking did, bro.
But you guys could have took it to a Cole Bennett level, though.
Yeah, but you got to understand, me and Nick are real purists. That's why we worked together, because we literally sat in a room and said, how can we make the video no motherfucker about to make? How can we, so boom, we made videos nobody made, right? And then boom, we kind of got a name, right? So people want to hire us, right? So boom, now we get to do videos for motherfuckers that matter, right?
Yeah.
So how do we slide a message in and not allow it to just be kill, thrill? That was us, bro. So we always had different things we fucking cared about. And I guess that brings us to the real conversation I wanted to have. Like, I've said it for over a year, and I think I really mean it this time. I'm hanging up the jersey. I'm not doing music videos anymore. There are certain circumstances and scenarios where you might see me on set and there might be some music playing in the background, but I'm not going to be on the set of your music. Now that's Keefer, though. That's not Stash House. Stash House is still going to be a platform and a powerful entity in this whole thing, right? But Keefer is going to be elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I got other shit I need to do. Nick hopped out because he had other shit he wanted to do. But Nick was a 22-year-old young white man that took care of business coming straight out of high school. Meanwhile, I'm 8 years older, a little knucklehead nigga that had made bad decisions, and I still gotta, you know what I'm saying, pay some dues and fucking cash a check out this bitch.
Yeah. Because you have real
But
life.
fuck all that.
You have you have a family and stuff. Those obligations that you have, it's like
That is literally the only reason why Keefer never moved to a LA or Atlanta is because I have two beautiful daughters and their mother and I, we co-parent, and you know, that's just it is what it is type situation. I'm not about to watch my kids fucking grow up on FaceTime. I ain't doing it. So if I ain't nobody or anybody, I'm somebody to them two motherfucking nigglets.
Yeah, you that's a responsibility factor for sure.
Suck
bro.
my dick.
Anybody ever tell you look like Marlon Wayans?
Yes. Okay, so this is gonna be our last thing and then we done, right?
Why you want to? You gotta go. Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta dinner. Yeah. What do you got?
So there was a teacher in high school and she was a white teacher. So when she said it to me, I took it weird. I'm like, oh, she just saying that shit because I'm black. No, like funny as hell. Like I really just fucking just
Side profile, you literally look exactly like
that
Marlon
is
Wayans.
so funny.
Side-
And then like literally I'm really fucking funny. So I can see the correlation and I can see how I can make somebody feel like they in the presence of a Wayne's brother. So I appreciate it.
I do got two more for you. Just quick ones.
Come on.
Two quick ones. You know, today was an awesome day because we seen the link up between Eminem and I Swear Vezzo.
That shit's crazy.
Wasn't that wild?
That's wild. I didn't see it, but I'm hearing about it for the second time now.
Yeah,
Hearing about it for the second time now, and it's awesome. That's amazing.
Initially, I just saw a picture of I Swear Vezzo and Eminem standing next to each other.
Wow.
But then a video clip released later of Eminem actually talking to Vezzo, and you can't really hear what they're talking about, but you can. I just wanted to know. I was like, does Eminem know who he is? Like, that's what I was thinking in my mind. Like, I know, like, it's not out of disrespect, but I'm just wondering, like, does he know? But it's awesome to see either way. Like, that's what I did question.
So if you're
that a little
asking
bit.
my take on it,
Yeah.
I'd say this. Eminem fucking knows full well who Vezzo is. That's why he linked with Vezzo.
Yeah.
And not any other y'all other niggas. I love y'all other niggas. I done worked around and shake your hands with but he linked with Vezzo for a reason because Vezzo honestly is a pioneer in a different kind of way. Vezzo represents and marks the transition of Detroit music going from bullshit to music. That motherfucker was the first nigga to really make a song. I ain't gonna hold niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Stretch Money, it takes money to make money. That was a song. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna be like, nah, man, from our walk of life. And that's a walk of life. Knowing what these niggas is even talking about. Let alone this man that took something that I was ready to discard. I didn't like Detroit music, but then here come this motherfucker with some moonwalking and some what was the other shit? Not bands hurt. Damn, I can't. Money Phone. Motherfucking Money Phone.
Yeah.
Money Phone was like one of the first real Detroit songs. It was a catchy song. Nigga was talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can see why Eminem linked with Vezzo, and I mean, I guess you could say he linked with Vezzo first.
Yeah, I was just
He
curious.
didn't link with T. He didn't link with Scoob. He linked with Vezzo.
Well, they were performing it all at a show together. 50 Cent brought out like Cash Doll and Vezzo and a bunch of other Detroit artists, and then like I guess Vezzo and him were backstage, and that's when they took the photo. And I'm not even saying it. I'm not saying it out of disrespect to Vezzo to say, oh, did Eminem know who he was? More so like if that's that moment right now that's happening where Eminem is talking to Vezzo, and why hasn't this happened before? Like, if that's why I question it, because I'm thinking like, why didn't this happen a long ass time ago? Why is it like this circumstance
That's
right
on
here?
M.
It could be.
That's on. It is on M. M's the OG.
Do you think it's gonna actually open any up?
M's the OG. Who am I, Vezzo, fucking about to call M and say, hey, Eminem? You know what I'm saying? No, Eminem's supposed to be like, hey, what up, Vezzo?
Yeah.
On some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, M had to fucking get off of whatever M was on and come and get jiggy with us You know what I'm saying? Come shake some hands and bump some elbows with us.
Yeah.
Because we us. We here. We now.
I wanted to ask you one more thing too, because you're so closely affiliated with these parties. But like, Tee Grizzleey, Sada Baby, and Skilla Baby, you have had a hand in helping all of them visually, and even I'm sure in other circumstances as well. To see that reunite and everything like that, and to see you like again, man, you shot Tee Grizzley's breakout video. You shot in a lot of breakout videos for Sada Baby. You know Skilla Baby very well. You worked with Skilla Baby. Like, how was that to see that all come back together?
It's amazing. It's pretty. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's funny too though, because it's like there they are like laughing and keying together, and here am I off to the side, not really even talking to Nan 3, one of them right now.
You're not talking to them?
Here I am off to the side, barely talking to Nan 3 of them niggas right now, and they're all like fucking chipper into the sunset. Long live JB. JB told me, he was like, Keefer, you gonna get BET awards and we gonna rock with you for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still waiting for shit like that to come true. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna write some movies and do something else.
That's why we can't be chess pieces in somebody else's game. You know,
period, bro. So like I said, what I did for them, I'm about to do for myself.
We're gonna have you back on again soon. I know you're running out of time. You got a dinner party to go to.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you being a part of this. I think if you want to be a reoccurring guest once a month, once every 2 months,
bro. I thought I was a friend of the show.
You are a friend of the show. I was just mad because of the haircut thing, man. The haircut thing bothered me.
Look. So. What I will do, Nick, mark my words. Next time I come on this show, I'm coming in this bitch happy and nappy.
He said my hair's busting and it don't matter.
Maybe I apologize for taking it too. I think it because so many people had did it at once, and then I was like, damn it, but you're my boy. And I actually got to hear the reason, because I never hear the reason why anybody ever cancels. But to hear the reason from my boy, I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't want to hear that, man.
I'm balding. I have to have haircuts to be presentable in public.
What's the new projects people can look forward to?
New projects people can look forward to. Subscribe to the Stash House YouTube and just wait for it to happen. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Whatever I decide to give y'all.
We'll just keep updating the people every month. Come on, we'll keep updating people.
Type shit.
These are the best.
Hey,
talks.
Go follow Mike Madness for real. Mike Madness, the next wave.
I'm on it. I'll come by too, and me and Nick will videotape some of the performances and post it. Should be fun.
Come through. We'd love to see you at the green screen.
Yes. Keefer. Pleasure as always. Legend in the city, man. Give this man his flowers, guys. Over 1 billion views to his name with visuals. He's been a part of the productions. He's been a part of and a lot of other things behind the scenes that we don't even know about. We're at Parallel Sound Studio. Hilo Visuals is shooting these productions. We're out. Peace.
Kid Ellie.